Well, hi guys and gals, it's me, George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, and I'm back at it. Some of you might remember from a while back that I had bought this Husqvarna riding mower out of a storage unit. It had been through a flood, and as you recall, we had to drain the oil out of it, which had water in it, and we had to fix some wiring on it. Well, it has developed a problem. It's been working fine ever since then, and I was using it to mow the grass the other day, and yeah, it started to die on me. So I managed to limp it back up here. I'm up in my carport. Yeah, this is my carport where we keep our cars parked. And I've backed my car out so that I have some room to work in here. So I thought I'd take you along with me as I try to diagnose the problem. And with full disclosure, I have already figured out that it has a fuel problem, and I'm going to demonstrate it for you. See if we can get it to start. Maybe not. There we go. Well, it doesn't want to start. But I did have it started a couple of days ago, and when it would start to die, if I would push down on the choke, it would keep it running. So we know we have a fuel starvation problem of some sort going on. So the normal way to go about it is to do the simplest thing first. Now it could be as serious as the fuel pump needing to be replaced on it. And on these do have a fuel pump because the gas tank is way in the back. And this is the fuel pump down in here. They're called a pulse pump. See that? And the reason it's called a pulse pump is because see the hose that goes down into, well, you probably can't see it, but right behind here, right behind this gas line, there is a hose that goes down into the valve cover. And every time the engine fires, of course, you get a pulse in your crankcase. And so this fuel pump works off of that pulse. So that might be the problem. The hose is fine. I've already checked that. But the first thing to do is to do the simplest thing first. And the simplest thing is to replace the fuel filter. I believe I replaced it last year when I got it, and I have run dry gas in the gas tank, and like I said, it's run the rest of the summer last year, and I've mowed the grass with it twice already this year before I had the problem. So we're going to replace the fuel filter and see if that fixes the problem. If it doesn't, then our next thing to do will be to pull the fuel line off of our fuel pump right there and see if we're getting fuel pumping out of there. All right. And if we're getting fuel pumping out of there, then we'll have to go and we'll have to investigate in the carburetor. I suppose there's a possibility that there might be water in the gas, in the float bowl for the carburetor, because this tractor sat outside all winter long, and I didn't have it under cover. But before we get into this, I have a solution for my lawnmowers and my tractor sitting outside. Let me take you and show you. Now technically the lawnmowers weren't sitting outside completely, but they weren't completely protected. They were parked down there between the car, that's my parts car, and the shed. So they had some cover, but they definitely were not protected from the elements. But this is my new solution to keeping my tractor and my lawn tractors under cover. Yeah? How do you like them apples? 12 by 20 and 21 of in the roof because they got 6-inch overhang front and back. But I can get my tractor in there, and I have room for both of my riding mowers plus the little trailer back there that you can see. So once I get my lawnmower up there fixed, it'll be coming back down here and getting parked probably right in front of the big tractor. Yep, the guys that came in to build this, they were supposed to be here on Friday, but it got delayed because of weather. And then they were supposed to be here Saturday afternoon. Well, they showed up at 10 o'clock Saturday night. And they asked if they could park the trailer in the yard, and I said sure. They said they were going to go get a motel. They'd be back at 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, I set my alarm clock to get up early, and they were here right at 6 o'clock. They backed the trailer further back in here, and they went to it, and they had told me they were going to be in at 6 and out at 7 because they had one more small carport to put up. They were done and getting in the truck at 5 minutes of 7. They got this whole thing done in less than an hour. So that's my new carport machine shed. I'm going to say hello to the folks Buffington. This is our free ranger, but if you'll listen carefully, you'll probably be hearing some other roosters. We have moved some of our chickens out of the house, and they come from the house where they are kept in a tub, not a tub, what do you call them plastic bins, until they get big enough to come out here, and then they come over here to this little coop here, and then when they get big enough in there, then they come over here. And I have, I think, 3 chickens over in there that are ready to come over into the main pen. But we're at pretty much full capacity over here. So when they come over, I'm going to have my grandsons here, and we're going to be chasing roosters, because out of all our hatchlings, we have probably 50% roosters. So I know that that one brown and white one right there on the end. Yeah, Buffington, I know that one right there is a rooster. And I think the gray one there is also a rooster. And maybe one of the ones down there, either that one there or this other spotted brown one that's running around down here somewhere. There it is. One of those is a rooster too. Maybe all of them. So they're going to be coming out and free ranging with Buffington. Let her go, Buff. Let her go.